1942, the United States Army Corps of Engineers constructed the Wax Lake Outlet, an artificial channel that would divert 30% of the flow from the Atchafalaya River to the Gulf of Mexico and reduce the risk of flooding in the area of Morgan City, Louisiana. What was not known at the time was that the Wax Lake Outlet and the Atchafalaya River would create growing deltas in South Louisiana, where most of the coastal landscape was already disappearing. The Wax Lake Delta formed as the sediment load from the Mississippi River made its way into the Atchafalaya River and down the Wax Lake Outlet. Sediment began building up in the shallow waters at the channel's mouth, and over time, land formed, vegetation sprouted, and a thriving delta was created. Similar to the Mississippi River Delta to its east, the Wax Lake Delta became a prime wintering grounds for the ducks and geese that travel the Central and Mississippi flyways. In 1978, the state of Louisiana declared the delta a wildlife management area and made hunting and fishing opportunities open to the public. Today, the Wax Lake Delta and the neighboring Atchafalaya Delta are made up of over 141,000 acres and host some of the best public waterfowl hunting in South Louisiana.
Over the past probably 60 years, it's become more and more apparent that we're losing a lot of our coastal wetlands and marshes in Louisiana. And these are areas that are very important for waterfowl habitat and really a variety of other ecosystem services and industry and things like that. The reason that we spend so much time talking about the Wax Lake Delta and bringing people here and showing them this area is because it's a prime example of what great waterfowl habitat looks like. And it's inspiring and it's meaningful because it really does signify what we can do elsewhere on the coast. This serves as an example of what a best case scenario can look like when we're talking about restoration, when we're talking about restoring coastal wetlands and things like that.
Hunting in the Wax Lake Delta can be a challenge for newcomers, and those who are successful put in their time, learn the area, and return year after year. Those same dedicated hunters often champion the wax as an active landscape, forever changing and always growing. And they see this as a good sign for Louisiana.
When I first started hunting out there, it was just another place, another opportunity for a place to go. It's not until later that when you see this, the year after year, that you start realizing that the place is changing, it's dynamic. There are places that we hunted that are no longer huntable because there's no water, there's no point to hunt there. It's all land now. There's now grass and trees as opposed to mud and lily pads. The thing that I want people to understand about Wax Lake is that it's an example of coastal growth for Louisiana, and it's nearly unique in the state, unique across the Gulf Coast. For everybody who is on the northern end of the flyway, you know, actually I like to extend an invitation for them to come down. It's public land. You know, Louisiana has reasonable 3- and 5-day licenses, so you can come down here and experience firsthand what this type of hunting is like, what this type of terrain is like, and what the birds look like when they get down here. They're beautiful, they're full plumage, they're nice and fat from all the corn, and so I think it'd be great to come down here.